One, two, 1, 2. How we doing now? Can somebody in the chat confirm that we're back? Yeah, fine, good. Okay, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Welcome. See all these lines and everything that you see from like all this yellow, tiny yellow stuff. That was from yesterday, and this was YouTube. This is from yesterday. Um, yeah. So as you can see, we've gone into a daily PDRA. Our daily PDRA. We took previous day high. If you look at it on the 1 hour, it's maybe actually I think on the daily. So there you go. So yeah, bulls. The bulls are killing those bears, yo. I love it when a bull kills a bear. Some people are just so pessimistic in life, so negative in life. They just love being a bear. They just want to see everything destroyed. But anyway, this is pretty good. I had a wonderful day today. I'll be honest, like guys, I had a fantastic day. I had a meeting early in the day, and it went well. I mean, it wasn't all that, but it was important nonetheless, and it went well. So I'm very excited about that. Um, it's good when it's good when you can set up foundations to your life, and you have meetings, and it was like 8 a.m. my time, so we're talking super early, and it went great. I got what I needed to get, and now I can really build. I can really build. I can really cook. I mean, I can really build. Not just as a man, but I can really build. It was fantastic. So I'm glad. I'm really excited about that. And then I jumped on the Discord, and I'll just go straight to the 1 minute actually. Then I jumped on Discord, and to be honest, we only talked about we just talked about professionalism the whole time. What does it mean to be a professional? Like, really? What does it mean to be a professional? So that's why you're seeing a lot of the annotations from yesterday, from the YouTube session yesterday. So if you were here with us yesterday, then you will recall how we practically printed all the way. Where was it? Yeah. So it was like, it was a tight range, but you know, it was pretty cool nonetheless. So I can start removing all these things from YouTube yesterday, because I mean you see it. So um, I'm gonna take this off as well, because I'm gonna take this off. But in the meantime, talk to me, people. Talk to me in the chat. What up, chat? What up, chat? How did your day go? Did you anticipate? Were you bullish? Were you bearish? Were you? Did you anticipate something? Like what you anticipated. Was it accurate? Was it? How did it go, y'all? How did it go? How was your day? How did it go? Because what I'm starting to realize is that, people initial move too fast, so just took the reversal later for my slice. Okay. Yeah, what I'm realizing is that folks are still struggling. And the way I was saying it to the guys on Discord, and I'll be really honest, guys. We might as well get to the brass tacks of things, right? If you're really struggling in your business, think about it. Like, this is what trading is, right? I mean, not financial advice, of course. Okay, everything we talk about is educational and for entertainment purposes, okay? But if you're struggling in a business, what would you do to change directions? I mean, you believe you're in the right market. You've done your market research, you've done your business research, analysis, everything. So what would you do if you were struggling? Wouldn't you hire a consultant? Wouldn't you hire an expert? Wouldn't you hire somebody that's an expert in the area that you need improvement in? So let's say, for example, in your business, we're talking about sales. Well, you wouldn't be looking for someone with business strategy. You'd be looking for a sales expert or a marketing expert. Or maybe it would be business strategy, but it's connected with your sales and marketing department. Or you'd be looking to hire someone who's pretty good, or people who are pretty good at the specific role, and they can take on that role. Whatever it is, you would look to invest in your own business, right? Well, what I'm realizing is people are struggling, and in a way, you know, it's unfortunate, obviously, but it is what it is. The markets don't care about your personal state of affairs. Market is a market, y'all. And I think maybe that's just something I need to really start paying more attention to. People are struggling, but they don't want to invest in themselves because they've been burnt out. They've been burnt out by lies and frauds and people who don't know anything. They don't even know why. They don't know the whys of what we do. I mean, remember, like some of these people, they have like hundreds of thousands of followers. Some of these people are pretty popular in the ICT niche, in the ICT space, and they can't even tell you what an implied fair value gap is like. I mean, oh man, it is sad. It is sad, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So anyway, I say all that to say, you find a way. We got the end dog like this. This was the end dog for the day. 8:15 came into it, and then 8:30 we got the news, hit the end dog, and then that was it for the rest of the day. Okay. And then you had the end wog, which is end dog is new day opening gap. If you're new here or you're watching after the live stream actually ended, new day opening gap. This, where my mouse is the new week opening gap. And we got that from here. The close of last week and the opening of this week. There was a discrepancy there. So we measure that, and we measure the quadrants, like divided into 4 instead of just 50%. And then we also have the 7 to 7:30 from Monday, which I said is going to be important. It's going to be importante, It is what it is, right? I'm going to take this off as well because the point has been made. The point has been made. honestly, the daily draw is too perfect. Like you practically couldn't avoid it, right? So yeah, what did I do today? I just talked about professionalism. And to be honest, at first it was like, yeah, just talk about something. But by the end of it, I was like, you know what? I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. I am so glad in fact, it couldn't have been any better choice for the day. Because it turned out that what people needed to hear was, what does it mean to be a professional? Right? What does it mean to be a professional in what we do? What does a professional look like? How would a professional comport himself? For real. So, we definitely dealt with that, and I'm glad we did. I'm glad that was the case. So, anyway, um, so yeah, if we get these lows, so if we come back to 30 to 30,133, then we could. Then I won't be surprised if these lows, 30,104, is pretty feasible. Um, it is feasible, but they would need to keep these highs like this at the 50% here. It would need to stay like that. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's go. Initial move too fast or just too, oh yeah. Yeah, I did read that. Anybody else? Anybody else? You executed, you didn't execute, you just chilled. What was it? How was it? How did it go? How did it go? How was your day? Were you hurt? Did you learn something? Did you watch a video? Or do you have a question about a certain video actually? Maybe you watched something in a video and you're not really too sure. You know? Took a go long and got the short. Up and down. Up and down like a player. Up and down, gentlemen. Which leads me to ask, how many people would feel confident to how many people would feel confident to go up and down in the market, in their market of choice? How many people would have the confidence to be able to buy, go long and go short? I also got slightly tripped. Michael was expecting lows to be taken first before the slightly tripped, meaning you followed Michael's Twitter post, or okay, all right, cold trades. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta lock in, go back to class, and the truth is, just study. I mean, I did it. I did it. I was in the same place for a little bit, maybe longer than a little bit actually, to be honest. But I was there, for about 6 years. I didn't execute. I didn't really do much. I was just, well, I guess the execution you could say was more demo, but it wasn't live like that. The confidence wasn't there like that. But I was locking in, locking in, locking in, locking in. Because everybody thinks, when you say things like, "Oh, I've been in the game 10 years," they think like, "Wow, you've been running it 10." Well, not really. Not everybody. Not everybody is stupid enough to be executing real accounts real funds when they know that they don't know, right? So you got confused by ICT's Twitter post. Yeah, so I mean, at some point, we all got to learn not to lean on another man's view. Yeah. Well, what do you think about that, Usman? What do you think about that? You think it was my intervention? What do you think about that? That's a fact. 2021 was my worst year. I lost 32K fading him, thinking I was better than I really was. Yeah, we all learn in many different ways. No comments. Hey, yo, listen. I don't believe it, Usman. I know you're trying to be polite, and I know you're trying to be, but hey, I'm a purist, y'all. Like I fully believe in the system. I'm probably one of those diehards. Like this, the tent is pitched. I have pitched my tent in ICT concepts, and I know there's nothing better than it. But we all know, like, come on, man, come on. We all know. At some point, you have to understand the character, right? And to be honest, I have no fear of, letting people know I do not believe it. I don't believe those things. Number one, I'm a born again Christian, so if you know truth, if you know who truth is, He will direct you to even more truth, and that's just the truth. That's just how it is. If the Holy Spirit really lives in you, you call BS real fast, real quick, because He will let you know. He'll let you know. He'll expose things. He'll show things, and it's just, you know, at some point you realize, yeah, God doesn't work that way. I personally don't like things like that. Now, obviously, I didn't see it because we were busy in Discord, and I was just like busy in Discord the whole time. But yeah, nah. Apparently, that's what I heard. Manual intervention, like, come on, man. Like, it's absolute BS. That's And at some point, it does get tiring, to be honest. Like, I get it. We all gotta, you gotta do what you gotta do for, social media, right? But come on, it gets tiring after a while. And to be fair, to be also fair, people should not be regarding any of his posts in any way, shape, or form. But if you got it wrong, just say you got it wrong. Like, just say you got it wrong. Like, and just own it. Don't make up story. I'm sick of those make up story stuff. I don't like things like that. The Bible calls it lying. It's just another form of lying. That's what the Bible calls it. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, I know, man. You're probably being polite and you don't want to say anything, but no comment. But nah, at some point, man, and it's coming from a purist, by the way. So this is not coming from somebody who's a hater or somebody who doesn't believe in, in the framework. Like, I mean, I'm totally sold. I'm ready to go to court over it. I'll defend it all day. But, just the BS is too much. It's a bit too much. There's no way you can tell me that as students, we're pretty much all looking for bullish moves. Like, I'll show you guys. Here you go. Look. This was from Sunday. I promise. This target was literally from Sunday when we were doing our like weekend analysis or pre-market analysis on Sunday. This is what I had from Sunday. I was never bullish one time this week in regards to narrative. I was one direction. We're going up. And if we're going up, well, there you go. If we're going up, this is what we got, right? Let me show you. So if we're going up, you're looking at 295.40 and 25 cents. Bullish order block, right? That's from last week. If we come down there first, if we do the extreme move all the way down there, I also had this as the extreme, like extreme bearish target. So that's why you guys are seeing that there. But if we're bullish, well, how far could we go? Okay. Monday, Tuesday, boom, 540. So I was rounding it off to 550. But there you go. What's the low of that day on Tuesday? 533. So you do your math. We hit 533. And now you'd be looking for bullish signs, right? Well, Wednesday, Thursday. Boom. To where? To retouch. To retouch the CB, the 23rd of June. That was from Sunday. That if we do any up moves, we're going to go back to that fair value gap there. That was the move from Sunday, before Monday even started printing down, and Tuesday lower. So how you going to tell me that, that you're anticipating? Anyway, I mean, we're using the same thing, Sometimes I feel like my guy is compromised, yo. He's like, he's sacrificing his own. Do you ever feel that? You ever feel like something's off, something's wrong? Maybe he's too good for his own good. Anyway, it's about 40 seconds to PM open. Since we now know apparently that 1:30 is pre-PM. It's crazy. Pre-PM. Like, maybe we should just go back to the simple stuff, honestly. Like, I would favor the simple stuff like before. You take 12 there like that, and you just take 1 like that. Boom. That's it. No stress. Very simple. Keep it clean. Move on. Move along. Just leave it be. Leave it be. No need to complicate anything. Like that. Do I have a... There you go. So we opened at 1:30, obviously. We rallied. Rallied to where? We opened at 1. Rallied. Rallied to where? This high, and that high. There you go. We took these highs like that, as they should be taken. I think everyone's starting to realize that, yeah, it's just look for relative equal highs and lows. Like, you do better that way. Boom, and then you just danced around a little bit, and then you have 1:30 open there, and then down, way down we go. 50% right there, down again, 50% right there, down again. So that's it, folks. Where's 1:30? Yeah, 1:30 is right here. Let me just get a red line on it. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, so we're back to the lower quadrant of that daily PDRA. Okay, that's all. That's all. That's all right there. So if you want to see, we are in that daily. This yellow zone is that daily PDRA. That's all. That's all it is. So let's get back to it. Let's get into it. Let us get into it, yeah. Yeah, so this low right there, like that low was not touched by this high, like this. It's 25 cents. That's all it is. So we're talking very shallow, you know. You have these two highs there. Okay. So that's an interesting setup. You've got these two highs. You've got that. So this is just in the event of an up move. In the event of the up move, we're talking, well, that would actually be about 30 handles, actually. That would be about 30 handles. So in the event of an up move, you need a confirming order block anyway, so. All right. Wait for 203 to finish. In fact, personally, I would wait for 205. So we're just going to put a red line right there. And let's just see. Let's see how it gives for 205, okay? Why 205? Why not 210? Did I read somebody's mind? Did I read somebody's mind? Why not 210? Well, the point is, I like my 5 minutes, y'all. I really like my 5 minutes. I'm a big 5-minute fan. I mean, everything that I want to see lives on the 5 minute. In fact, I could just run it on the 5 minute alone, knowing I could run the whole day on 5 minutes, literally. The 5 minutes is that convincing. The PDRAs that form there, they feel special. Now, maybe it's just in my head, to be honest, but they just feel special. They just feel, you know, they just feel pretty special. So you don't want to be doing any analysis. You just want to wait for 5 minutes for 205 to open. Once this candle closes in about 10 seconds, then you can start making a decision. Okay? And 3, 2, 1, and boom. The 5 minute is king, period. I think so too. I think 5 minutes is king. I totally agree. I think there's something pretty special about, you know, like that's why I kind of joke around with the power of 5, you know, because I'm trying to mock the 369 guys with the power of 3, or well, the 369. So they think the power of 3 has to do with actual number 3. Like, well, if what you need is what numbers are actually key, well, 5. 5 is the link to all those special numbers that they're trying to crack. So, you know, let them do with that. So yeah, 205, we've gone through that low there. Okay. Why did I want that piercing there? You want price to go through, even though it was 25 cents, like one tick. You just want price to run through it. You know, to touch it, run through it, to completely disregard it. That's what you want. You really want that piercing through, because that piercing through, if you look, is the last CB in this leg, all the way down. It's the last one. I'm interested in P05, power of 5. Yeah, those power of 3 guys, they hate that one, man. they hate that one. I mean, like they don't like the fact that the industry uses 5 years and 5 months and 5 days, 5 weeks. They just can't stand it. They just cannot stand it, man. So you see what I mean? So now pay attention, y'all. This is a bearish order block. I'm gonna take it off. So after 205, this is a bearish order block right there, like right here, right now. This order block is gonna be golden. I mean, this is one of those order blocks that you're like, yo, bro. So I'm gonna take that all the way to 230, okay? We have this BISI, we got a BISI. BISI basically means buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, or bullish fair value gap. So we got this bullish fair value gap there with this mitigation breaker looking thing. So there you go. You want to draw that like that. You want to view this in relationship with this. Okay? So this thing that I drew here, I'm going to make that actually, no, I'll leave it yellow. But just know that this is your new range right now. Right now, this is your range. You have this low and you have that high. This is your deep discount. This is your premium right now. That is something I've been looking into studying more. Arrays at the beginning and end of price swings. Mainly fair value gaps. Also forced fair value gap at the top of the hour and last fair value gap. Yeah. I am seeing I'm seeing some things about forced presented fair value gaps every hour, and I get it, like, but what I try to prevent for my own self personally speaking, I try to prevent patternistic thinking. I try to, as much as I can, if I can help it, I try to prevent a logic that is based on patterns. I just can't stand them. I just can't stand, pattern thinking, because I have found them to be ineffective, because they don't always work like that, They don't always work the way you want them to. And then what are you going to do when they don't? So anyway, we've got this candle right here looking for the breach. Woo! That's why it's not a breaker. That's why it's not a breaker, right? That's why it's not a breaker. That's why you're getting that pierce, boom. You see 210. 210. So now all I'm waiting for right now, if you want to know, if you care to know, you're just waiting for the first presented fair value gap to form, really. And then when it forms, I'm going to take that, I'm going to grab another box, like a yellow thing like that, and then I'm going to extend it like that. So wherever it forms, if it does form, so like that. And then I'm going to extend it to 230. That is a very tiny, so spacious. What's that high? 30,199.25. What's that low? 30,199.50. Yeah, that was sauce as hell. I'm like, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look right. Yeah, so you're just waiting, you're tracking, you're waiting for the first fair value gap to form. Now remember, this range and this bearish order block looking thing. That's your immediate range. So just pay attention to how they begin to serve that yeah, that range, like that, like all of this there. Now, ideally, what you want is a wick up there and then back. So if you're bearish, what you want is a wick up there. You don't mind a wick up there, but it has to snap back, like early, like quickly. You need that early snap back, you know? You guys ever had a snap back? Yeah, so we have this low there, okay? We came all the way down into that fair value gap, which is exactly, you know, what you want to see, which is why I said this is, you know, this is not a breaker. I didn't call it a breaker. I mean, it came down here, it took this low, but I wouldn't call that a breaker. Because real breakers don't break. Remember that, folks. The true breakers do not break. I know some people love, like some people really love a breaker, but real breakers do not break. So this thing wants to come into, it's coming back into the range. But here's my question. You want to calm down. Why do it like this? Why do it like that? Like, does that look like somebody who really wants to dive deep? If you were the market maker and you wanted to drop this thing, would you drop it like that? Even at 213? No, you wouldn't. So what does that mean? If somebody knows you, what do you think they will be saying you're doing as a market maker? They'll say you're servicing a range. Well, this is servicing a discount range, wouldn't you say? And if we're serving at the discount range, wouldn't that mean we're going to have to service the premium range as well? So that's why you're seeing all this wick. Like you saw this wick up there, like pew. That was quick though. It was pretty quick. It hit this one, which tells me you need to be careful up here. But in the meantime, all we're doing is just circulating a range. That's all we're doing. What time is it? We've been going all the way down since 1:30. We took the low at 210 there. Okay, so servicing, you see that? Again, it's like somebody is trying to work a discount to try and serve a premium. And when you begin to consider what's going on, we've taken this high. It's like every time it goes up there, like it's like quick touches, pew, quick touches, return, quick touches, return, quick touches, return. You see what's going on there? Quick touches, return. I'm telling you, that is a PD array, folks. I know what I'm talking about. Listen. I know what I'm talking about, people. I know what I'm talking about. You may not believe. You may be thinking, man, like, this guy is like, no, I know what I'm talking about way before. Because there are certain things that have to happen every time. There are certain ways these things print. And they have to print that way. What did I say about this specific, if you're, what was I? My English is running out of tank. What did I say about this yellow zone, this one, the order block looking thing? What you want is a quick tap and then return lower. Like boom, and then immediately back to discount. Do you see a boom and back to discount? Or am I just making it up? And I said it has to be snappy, right? Like it has to be like boom and then back to discount. Because they were cooking it up here. That's what I said, folks. I'm trying to show you guys something. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do have to show off a little bit, but at the end of the day, like, we got to work the range. We got to do what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do. Somebody wants to work the range. So if you were the market maker, how would you do it? Candle by candle, by the way. How would you do it? Now, today I'm not naming every single PD array. Okay, that's a Discord thing. You know, and even on Discord, I ain't doing that yet. Like I give them obviously the more sweeter stuff, but as it should be. But even still, folks, like this is what we're talking about. It has to go up there into this range and quickly snap back there. The question is why? Why does it have to do that? I'll do it by hiring you. The question is, why does it have to do that? Why do they do quick snaps, quick taps, and returns? Why do they do that? Like, why does that specific pattern, why does it happen? Have you ever thought of that? Has anybody thought to consider why we get these quick snaps or like quick tap? It would just quick, because notice the way he did it there. It just tapped it and then did exactly what I said you want to see when price gets to that, bearish order block. Hey, Nomos, how you doing, sir? Nah, you right on time. You're right on time. Anyway, yeah, so that's what we got. Quick snap, tap, still in the realm of working the range. Why do they need to work the range? Something tells me somebody likes premium pricing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this like that, and I'm going to put it, I'm going to put it, should I put it here or here? I should put it here. We stand and lift up our hands, for the joy of the Lord is our strength. We bow down. So there you go. 1, 2, or you can say 1, 2, and 3. Now here's the question. You've got this, like this raid. It's like boom, boom. Back into the range, right? It's like boom, boom. Now if you're bearish still, what you need is literally this candle to snap back down. Like it has to be a big boom, or the next candle, boom, like that. Otherwise, we bow down and worship him now. How great, how awesome is he. Holy is the Lord God Almighty. The earth is filled with his glory. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. So that's exactly what you want to see if you're bearish. You don't want to be seeing no nonsense, nonsensica. At least they're gonna try and give you hope that that's the idea. That's the idea. So, They're gonna try and give you hope. Give them hope. Give them hope. But personally, for a bear, you do need that. You need it. You need to like calm down and do a re-raid. You need that re-raid, yeah. You need it. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. You need a re-raid, yeah. Re-raid it. Now I sound like one of those rocker bands, right? Okay, so we're still working at this kind of the range. It's healthy. They gotta cook. What are they cooking for? Who wants to tell me what they're cooking for? Who would like to tell me what they want to cook for? And if they're cooking, where do they want to cook to? We have got to be able to know 230, 230. My brother said 230. Okay, he wants that 230 right here. So we're just gonna lay that 230, okay? Why 230, if I may ask? Oh, okay. You don't believe in the bullish move? You don't think they are gonna take it up by 230? Should make the move. Okay, 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 okay. All right, he's talking about that 230 in time. PB said buy side up. Let's get a new high of day. Let's get something better. Buy side. I imagine you're talking new high of day. I've got this tiny little looking thing here, like 3168 that I'm fishing for. Yeah, I'm just fishing. So there you go. So you see why this is not a breaker? This one. If this is not a breaker, there, and there, and then you get that, what does that make that now? Come on, tell me what it is the 1250 can do. Tell me, what would you call that can do? Yeah, so some people want the high of day. I mean, we could get anything. We have moved pretty well, but first of all, we need to reactivate. Reactivate what? We need to reactivate this one. There. We need to reactivate that, first of all. Otherwise, it's just going to use it, and it's going to do another crazy meander. So there's your re-raid. Now you see why I said it needs a re-raid. Oh yeah. Now you see why it needs a re-raid. Yeah. So look, you see all this gappy thing going on here? This is what you call shenanigans. Yeah? Absolute shenanigans. We can't equilibrium of 12 to 1 range. Yeah, you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start being stubborn. I'm going to be like the stubborn child in the house. I'm just going to start using 12 to 1. Yeah, for real. The anomaly. Yeah, I'm just going to be using 12-1. And I'm going to leave it at that. Confuse folks. You get me? They'll be like, wait, you don't use 1:30? 1:30 p.m. is the opening of the PM session. You don't know nothing, Cap. You've never known anything, man. Why are you talking about 1:30 p.m. open? 1:30 p.m. open is the opening of PM session. And they'll be like, wait, why is he using 12-1? But ICT said, but ICT said, but ICT said. Yes. ICT always says. Right. You see what I mean now? What PD array is this, guys? So we have a pierce there. We got a pierce there. We got a close below there. What does that make this PD array now? There. And what are we getting right now? We're getting a reaction. That's what you want to see. Do you understand why I said that is not an inversion? We wouldn't call that an inversion. The 1250 candle specifically would not be called an inversion, if that's what you're referring to, unless I misinterpreted. We'll see the reaction. They're building up all this 1, 2, 3, but it ain't really building though. So they're cooking something. Somebody's cooking something. I'll tell you that. Yeah, so that's exactly what cooking looks like, people. That right there, what you're seeing right now is exactly what cooking looks like. They just want to make us suffer. They don't want to take it so far. They just want to leave it in a range. Leaving it a range, but I'm a ranger, and I'm a ranger. Hey. Do-do-do. Boom, boom. Look at that. Do you like that? Do you like that? Look at that nasty print. You see how it's printing right there? Ooh, yeah. That's what you call cooking. That's what you call cooking, y'all. No, that's a reclaimed bearish order block. That is not mitigation. That was a bearish order block that became a mitigation block that became a reclaimed bearish order block. And you can see the struggle now. It's struggling there because it's trying to cook. So not all order blocks are, well, that would be weird to say, innit? Not all order blocks are order blocks. No, some order blocks are going to be used for cooking. You know, it's the same way you use, not all pots are used for frying. But they're all pots. They're all pots, y'all. So there you go. There's that breach. Ooh, screw. But anyway, so you got this low there. Give you a bullish order block right there. But that bullish order block was fighting this one. Ooh, advanced. And then this one, still fighting that one. And then this one cooked like that. So they're cooking. They're cooking things, yeah? They are cooking things. Yeah, so we've got that bearish order block again, which is what you want to see. That's a nice return, if I'm being honest with you. That's the kind of return you want. Now that's a perfect. Ooh, did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Did you see the way the wick just boom right to the 50%? right there. It was like it was just hanging there, and then just poof, like pa, like quick tap, boom, I ain't gone, man. 2 seconds, bang, that it ain't. See the way in 2 seconds it closed outside? Yeah. So here's the question: does it touch this opening price? That's just what I'm gauging for. Does it touch the previous candle's opening price at 231? Okay, so remember, 230 is an important time. 330 is an important time. And then 350. That's how you lay the land. If you're looking for 3 times that matter, it's 230, 330, and then 350. That's it. You know, don't mess with anything else. If you don't, you could build a whole model on that. I probably gave away something I shouldn't have mentioned, but I guess it's out in the bag. It's out of the bag now. You know, cat's out of the bag. Yeah. Would that be the same logic as when price is between two fair value gaps? Some sort of time distortion or consolidation? Yep, they can do that. But remember, when you're using inefficiencies, it's a little bit different, so you got to back it up with something else. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. This is how we do it. So, gotcha. Thank you, sir. Thank you. This is how we do it. So yeah, we've gone up to take this high, this high, this high, this high. You see the trend line? The trend line is perfect, y'all. The trend line is perfect. Like, perfect. Okay, hurry up, will ya? Trendline phantom. Oh yeah. Like trendline phantom, baby. Yeah, like that. So you do that. Do that. So what do you think is happening now? Like let's think together for a second. What do you think is happening right now? What are they creating right now? What are they creating and what are they trying to create? So at the same time, when you're doing these 1-minute drills, not only do you have to dictate exactly what's going on, you want to explain, okay, well, they did this, so therefore, this is what we have, and therefore, this is what we're going to get in this direction for this purpose. When I put people on drills, that's what I always try to get them on. And it is very difficult to do that if you're not fluent with all the PD arrays. If you haven't internalized the PD arrays, it is very difficult to be able to do that. You know, I don't need thousands of followers to be able to do that. I am perfectly satisfied in my abilities to know what I need to know. Anyway, so this is your cook, this is your kitchen, like that. You have this high and you have this high. So this is perfect now. Like this is perfect, like that. That's what you want to see. So you just want 10 seconds for this candle to close like that. Like anywhere around here is fine. Even if it's a sell candle close would be fine. Yeah, so this is now perfect. This is your perfect. You see that? Oh, what do we call that? Come on, show me something. You know what? I like that high to this candle's high. 232 high. Let me put a line right there. So it looks like magic. I got the magic in me. Come on, everybody. Yeah, so I like this high like that with that high into this candle's high like that. 232. Just pay attention, y'all. I like that. So what are we trying to create? Tell me. What do you think we're trying to create? Structure-wise. Structure. What's the structure? It's creating a troller block. What is a troller block? Like they're trying to troll. Oh man. A troller block. That's cool. Yeah, so working through all of that. Re-raid there. A troller block. I like it. Boom, boom. Oh, that breakaway is sauce, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm looking at this like 1, 2. I genuinely don't see another breakaway here. So I'm like, this is a breakaway. That's cool. But this is a breakaway too? I'm like, yo, man. I mean, somebody's sauce as hell, yo. Look at what they're doing. It's like tiny, like you need a big breach. Like it has to be a big breach, yo. Not this nonsense. So definitely troll the block for sure. So yeah, I hold my 30,209 and 75 cents. I believe. Well, actually, there's a song that I used to love. Well, I still do. I mean, not used to love, I used to sing. It's a very simple song. It's a Christian song. It's a worship song. The IRL Ayanakoji. What does that name mean, brother? What does Ayano Koji mean? What does Ayano Koji mean, bro? Oh, really? I mean, I don't know what show. That's why I'm asking. We ask for things we don't know. I made it when I was younger. It's the name of a car. Oh, really? Oh, okay. The IRL Ayano Koji. Boom, shakalaka. So there you go. We have this fair value gap here. In fact, you know what? I'm starting to have more faith in this one. I'm starting to believe. And I'm going to take that to 50. Just like that. Ooh, you see that piercing right there? I'm telling you, these tiny nonsense, tiny piercings, yeah, that ain't the one. That is not the one. I'm telling you, that's not the one. That's not the one. I'll take a crack at it. Dealing range between 1035 and 1159 with engineered stops above. Okay. 1035 is right up there. Okay. Reprice to 50%. I'm not too sure why you're really concerned about what we're doing. You know, it is a live stream after all. But you're so focused on what we're doing. You should do what you want to do, brother. Isn't that how the financial markets work? Reprice to 50% of the range into a bullish suspension block. Huh. And failed to go to the wick at 1255. 1255. Where's 1255? Where's 1255? Where's 1255? Where's 1255? Ah, yeah. Okay. I see 12. Yeah. So structure-wise, I see a market maker buy module. So you see this, see the way they're giving you a nice clean cut trend line like that. So I'm gonna pull it to 3 p.m. like that. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, we do. It does look like we got a market maker buy model. So this like that is that we didn't get it at 37. We didn't get it at 38. It just kind of lingered around, and then it did the poof like that. That's what we're talking about. So now you should get some rebalancing acts, like resurfacing thing. So first of all, it's either they're gonna give us like a bullish fair value gap looking thing, or it's gonna close it, give you like implied fair value gap, and then start doing another nonsense, like the way they did it down here at like between 215 and 230. Yeah, like that. How does 2 minute or 2 minute look for the buy? Let me see, 2 minute. Yeah, so we got that high, we've got this high and that high. Yeah, 2 minute is looking like it wants to. 2 minute looks like it likes that fair value gap actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it to 3. Oh, 3 minute. Yeah, so I'm gonna put it to that. The 2. Let me go back to the 1 minute. Yeah, so that BISI or that fair value gap, I'm gonna pull that to 3 p.m. So basically what we've done is we've gone to take those highs as we saw them like that, and we've gone to tap into this like this candle here, and now they gave us this. Why do you think they'd want to give you equal highs right there? Equal highs in areas of exhaustion. I mean, we're in deep premium of this tiny little range like that. So they give you this high at 120. They give us 130 there. Just before 130 open, they give us another high there, and then it basically gave us this low there like that. So who do you think is cooking who? They ain't cooking me, man. But anyway, they've gone into your 230. Well, I thought it was 230. I thought it was 230 price wise. So this is what I'm talking about. A fair value gap, and then next candle comes lower, just does a quick tap, and then body, any body fill like that is not a good sign. Okay, so just know any body fill at like a body touch at 240, just that's what you call relax yourself, right? Just calm down, don't go laying on extra bullets now. Ayano Koji, what do you trade, Ayano Koji? Mr. Ayano Koji. What do you trade, brother? Screw. So boom. Market maker. I trade inversion fair value gaps mainly. Ah, okay. Everyone loves inversion fair value gaps. Why is that? Why is that? Like, I mean, surely there's something better. Yeah, it's got a big community, so tons of help. Right. Yeah, I get you. I mean, what do you... And low risk reward, but high win rate. Inversion fair value gap has low risk reward and high win rate. Well, I guess it makes sense. I see what you're trying to say. I see what you're trying to say. Let me put it that way. I see what you're trying to say. I see what you're trying to say. Just pay attention, people. You see this trend line? Sauce. Real sauce. Anybody trade trend lines? Oh, trend lines, man. But yeah, I'm trying to move to more full ICT concept like RTH gaps and rejection blocks and force presented fair value gaps. Hey, listen, if what you're using is already doing you well, and it's definitely, I mean, you feel pretty confident with it, what I tell people is lean on the thing that you're strongest at. Now, like, you can try to boost it up, but make sure whatever you're adding, just make sure you're adding it to what you're already strong at. Like, don't get too excited. Don't get too, you know, like, there's a lot of PD arrays. There's a lot of things that work. But the question is, does this go with your specific model? Say, for example, you like taking inversions to NWOGs or NDOGs, for example, or new day opening and new opening range gaps, sorry. You know, you can do it that way. So that you just, if you like inversions, then okay. And also just make sure you take inversions that are also part of an order block setup. Those are the ones that give you high probability. But inversions themselves, let's just say it's not high probability. Yeah. Yeah, because most people, yeah, I guess that is kind of what I'm targeting. Most people actually they pattern trade inversions and then they wonder why it doesn't work. You know. Cap, in your opinion, would you consider this the second stage of market maker buy model? I am questioning the speed of this run right now. Yeah, so like, yeah, same. So I can see this as a market maker buy model, like this one, like that, I believe, like that I can trust. Because earlier when I was searching which high are we gonna be rating, I was looking at this one, I was looking at this one for sure, I was looking at this one, and I was wondering, does it want to come deep into this area here? So deep into this area here is making me think they're gonna want to knock it back into this two PD arrays there, like that. So it's like knock, and then a possible knock back down, and then that's gonna just like basically cause frustration. You know, that's kind of what I'm looking at. But to be honest, we just want a straight, like, you know, complete destruction. When it's doing this, yeah, that's not what you want to see. Definitely not a second stage. Like, second stage won't give you that. The reason why second stage is the first stage, before the first stage, there's already a bit of cooking. And then the first stage takes place, it gives you that initial, right? And then there's a tinier, like a little bit of cooking. Like, it's not as big as the first one, but it's there. You know, so that's why, you know, you want that first set of cooking and the second set of cooking, you know, to be your second set of cooking should be attached to your first stage. So, you know, they will try and cook, they will try and do like shenanigans, pause, a little bit of retracement, just like it would be kind of, you know, weird looking. Areas where there's retail traders will be doubting. They cause a little bit of doubt. Not because that's what the algorithm is doing. That's just a reaction. But second stage, yeah, like all cooking is done, yo. Like we ain't cooking nothing. We're going for the kill now. That's second stage. Second stage is like think about back in the day when men go to war, and then after the battle, they, there's a guy that goes around and, they pierce those soldiers in the ground. So that second piercing event is your second stage. So they've already killed, they've already fought, they've already gone to war, they've already, killed, they've already won the war. But just to get that final, cha, that's second stage. It's like the final kill. So what we're seeing right now is a bit of cooking. This is cooking. This is cooking right here. All of this range is what you would call cooking. Because to be honest, it's all part of the bigger. If you look here, it's like up, all the way down, up, premium, back down, and then up. So we're looking at this one here. This is all we care about right now. And this is what I'm saying. In the premium, you want that difficulty. You just want it. So you can know which one are you dealing with. Are you dealing with this one, this Magamika buying model, or are you dealing with this one? If you're dealing with this one, the 130 looking one, the 1 p.m. one, like starting from here, then you can anticipate the cooking there, right? That difficult, you can anticipate it there. If you're anticipating this one, like that, then you can anticipate like poof, all the way up like that, new high of day, right? That's new high of day, yeah, new high of day. So yeah, if you're using 1035 new high of day, then you expect pew, that big spike up. If you're using this one, you can anticipate this fair value gap. Yeah, it is lacking that velocity. It's not lacking any velocity. It's just gay, bro. That's what it is. This thing's just gay. How long before you close the access to the group? Trying to invest more into myself. And of course, help others once I gain. What do you mean help others once you gain more understanding? Excuse me, gentlemen. It's the yawn array. The yawns. Yeah, so you see this like that? All that cooking. Now I'm expecting by, where is it? 58. Like that. It's either you get 58, give you that pew, or you're cooked. You're gonna get that retracement. That retracement into 3 p.m. So you need that fair value gap, pion, pion, pion. That's how you do that. Yeah, so about the group, like-minded individuals that are struggling to contact, I'd rather keep close-knit family, the group versus public. Yeah, see that, if I'm being honest, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like, hey, yo, Cap, I want to join your group so I can go start my mentorship. That's what that sounds like. That's what that sounds like, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, I know folks. Uh, well, that's not what you said, bro. That's not what was said, man. I mean, it's right there. But I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Um, I get what you mean, man. I mean, hey, listen. Like, put it this way. I I created this thing, and I try to do it in a way, in a specific way where it is very difficult to, almost impossible to replicate. Like the way that I'm doing it is almost impossible, and I'm being honest. So there's your 58 there. You wanna pay attention to that candle there. But yeah, like what I'm doing is practically impossible. Why? Because we're doing candle by candle. Like in the drills, when I do the drills with the guys, um, or when I put them through a drill, like I expect, you know, like I expect, what's it called? Like there's a level of expectation there. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, but like they know the stakes. They know the stakes, man. They know the stakes. It's very difficult. And when they feel it, when they're sitting on the hot seat, I only try to get them to do 15. I don't even try to, like only few, like maybe two guys have done like 30, but mostly it's 15 minutes, and it is not easy. I mean, like, because first of all, they don't know, they don't know what they're gonna get. They don't know, like it's, I mean, like you don't know exactly what you're gonna get, how the candle is gonna print. You don't know what your 15 is gonna be. So sometimes it's gonna be an easy one, and it's like, oh yeah, that's cool, like. But most of the time, it's just you don't know. And so the harder it is, the more difficult the delivery is, the more they realize, yeah, this thing ain't easy. So obviously, I try to make it look easy, but in reality, it's not. This is pretty difficult stuff. So that's why I do say to people, it's like, hey, look, like learn what you got to learn, and if you whatever you want to do, it's totally like it is what it is. Like I do understand some people will, you know, like they have that intention. Now, to be fair, like when I signed up for ICT's thing, I did not have the intention. I never saw myself as a like ever starting things like that or anything. So there you go. So we're talking about we need that pew. That's that pew pew. That's the pew pew we're talking about. That's the pew pew you want to see. But yeah, so I never had that intention, but here I am. So I do understand that there are gonna be people who like they come in. Now, to be fair, like I know for a fact there are people who will come in just to learn so they can go start their own mentorship. But what they're gonna find is what I do is totally unique. Like, yeah, like I mean, we give the best stuff, bar none, by the way. Like, I can categorically say to anyone, there's nobody online, zero, no mentorship online that is giving the level of detail that we're giving or that I'm giving in Discord, or through the entity Algowick. Like zero. It's not even close. It's not like, well, there's this one and it's sort of close. It's not even close. It's too far because they don't know. Like you can't give or teach or show what you don't know, what you never studied, man. So it's just the reality. It's impossible. So now I know, like, folks are gonna come in and they're gonna try and learn the more advanced stuff and how to connect things, and then they're gonna want to. I mean, that's just the industry. But people don't even know how to use an implied fair value gap, and that's one of the most easiest ones. Like when ICT was in the space, like your man didn't even know what an implied fair value gap was. Imagine that. So yeah, like, it is what it is. But sure, like, folks got to pay the price. I mean, it's not free lunch. But I think there's like 4 or 3 spaces left, to be honest. I need to check actually. I haven't checked in. So we're in week 5. Yeah. Yeah, we're in week 5, right? Today is what? Let me check the calendar here. Okay, so we started 7th of August, 7th of July. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're in week 6. So it's only been wow, what? 6 weeks. Wow. It's only been 6 weeks. Gee. Okay. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, it's only been 6 weeks, so not bad though. I'm gonna take these highs because I don't need them. The PD arrays are more important. I've got to go, but thanks, Scott, for these lives. Your wisdom is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's a nice compliment, man. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Uh, where are we? Yeah, so like I do need to count back. I haven't counted since last week. So the beginning of week 5 was the last time I counted. And I'll give you an example. We had 4 signups yesterday. 4. Like 4 brand new people. It was crazy. I was like, yo, like, now to be fair, like, a lot of it is becoming like word of mouth because of what we're doing in Discord. And I think what's going on is, so I think what's going on is the guys in Discord, I think they know that, like the list is getting full, or it's almost full. And then the price changes, right? So like right after that, it becomes like everything changes. So there's going to be the special 30 because they're the first 30 people who put their faith in me and they trusted me. And so there's going to be like a for life, like it's a lifetime, thing, right? So that's why. So I think what they're doing is, yeah, that's that move I'm talking about. That quick move. That's what you want to see. But yeah, so I think what's going on is they're like talking to each other like, hey, yo, listen, like, why don't you jump on and get the lifetime pricing? It's never gonna change. So lock in that stage, right? Before everybody else does. So it's like the They're connecting each other with is. I mean, I respect the creativity. I think that's what's going on. Because yesterday we had 4 signups, in less than 12 hours. So I finished here at 11 p.m. like thereabouts my time, and then about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes later, like I got a notification on my phone that there's a sign up. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. And then before you know it, it's like it was like boom, there was another one. Now the lifetime only applies to the 150. You know, I mean like the beginner one, or the 61 should stay the same. To be fair, like I mean, if we're talking, if somebody wants to learn for about a year, that's about 720. So after taxes, do the math, give or take. So after warp take their bit and taxes take their bit, um, yeah. And then yeah, so like I think the foundational one is fair, to be honest. So we're just waiting for that high, to be honest. Yeah, so I think the foundation one is fair. That shouldn't change much, to be honest. And PP, where you at? Poof, poof, boom, shakalaka, like that. How about that, y'all? Market maker buy model. High of the day. New high of the day. Just like that, y'all. Skirt. Zing. Zing. Just like that. Early return. Gone. Boom shakalaka. So there's that. So this was your one. And then this was that second cook in there. Because once this came back like that, pew, it just went. But what I don't like about the second stage is sometimes the second stage range is normally small. I see you, brother. The things you show on YouTube is informative. I was just showing support. Okay. That's okay. No problemo. No problem. No problem. I'm gonna move this here like that, and I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna take this off like that, and what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take this opening off. So we came down like that. So this was 1 p.m. Boom, 1:30. You see, look at the 1:30 open. Came all the way down to the 1 p.m. open one, and then used it all the way up. Like something telling me that up, down, up. Anyway, that's that. We've got the power, yeah. So we got that trend line there. I find this interesting. Oh, actually, here you go. Right here. What have you gained from these YouTubes? If you're somebody who has been here for a while, what have you gained? What have you gained anything? Honestly, I'm trying to also gauge how effective is the YouTube. I mean, I understand we're a completely small channel. I mean, the growth is good. We like the growth. We like growth, but if you're here and you've been supporting and you've been gaining something, do you mind sharing what you've gained? What has been of benefit? That would be nice. That would be a nice free exchange, right? Free information for free survey. Yeah, so far we've been getting these shallow breaches. It's like boom, boom, like that. The shallow runs. This is what the man does, by the way. What have you guys gained? Have you been gaining anything? Is it worth the time? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Yeah. I'm just gonna extend these because I want to see, do they even, I mean, like, that would be some seriously deep retracement. It would not be funny. It really would not be funny. Like, the last thing you want is for price to come all the way down back to 200. Like, we have no interest in let's call it 225. Like, I mean, that would not be pleasant, right? Like, that would be some deep retracement, but it's actually only 50 handles, honestly. So all this move like that, boom, boom. Yeah, it's helpful to watch price action over your shoulder, having a bit of control, plus an idea about advanced concept, which I would not have known. Huh. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Usman. You specifically, by the way, you've been very supportive. Like, you've been an encouragement, if I'm being honest. So you specifically, I appreciate you always, always. Because to be honest, like, I'm looking at the thing right now. It says we've got 9 concurrent viewers. So from yesterday, we had, I think I saw 17 was the peak. And today we've got 9. We got another sign up there, by the way. So whoever you are, I should say, for the joy of the Lord is our strength. Yeah. Wow. Did my OBS disconnect or something? Can you guys still hear me? That OBS reconnection successful. What reconnection? I don't speak German. I think somebody tried to communicate with me in German. I genuinely don't speak German. So I don't speak German, man. Okay, what's going on? Right, so we got this trend line. If you did it this way, we got it breached. So there you go. I just kept it there, 2, 3. We've come back. Now you see why I don't use trend lines. But anyway, we've got this PD array. We tapped it right there. So we went buy side, and now we've gone sell side. Simple. We've got the power. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm thinking, tomorrow's Friday. So I'm thinking it's Friday and it's the 6th week. It's week 6. You see what I mean about shallow breaches? Deep retracement, y'all. 50 handles. About 50 handles right there. Anybody speak German? Any German speakers in the house? Because I imagine they probably want me to use ChatGPT too. Holy is the Lord God Almighty. The earth is filled with His glory. Holy is the Lord. The earth. We stand and lift up our hands. For the joy of the Lord is our strength. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. You should create where everyone here has their own forum. That way you can keep track of homework. People can share what they're doing there. A forum. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get that. 1 second, y'all. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost at 3:30. 3:30 New York time. I'm just replying one of the guys on Discord. Would that add to the 15 hours? DM is good. Right. Okay, so what we got, folks? We took this high. Okay, we took the high at 1035. A nice market make a buy model. Okay, market make a buy model. Yeah, that's what we got. Market make a buy model. Market make a buy model. We got the buddy. The buddies won't close below the 50% here. Back into this one we go, and possibly this one. Okay. You want this to become your bullish order block, like that, and then do a little swagger, boom, up there. Now, any return below and back into this one is troublesome, okay? You don't, trust me, you do not want to see any return back below this orange, yellow looking thing. Or I'm talking about the 241. 241 fair value gap, 241 PM fair value gap. Why would you want to see that? Or why would you not want to see that? Because it would make this, as it is, it would make this a bearish PDRA. So right now this is a bullish order block for sure. That's the print, that's the function, that's the use, like that. Boom shakalaka, boom ba, like that. Okay, so you want to start paying attention to how that order block prints. You want to see the body closure above 50%, which is above mean threshold, so it can give you like a proportion block. Otherwise, you are cooked. There's a cooking in the works. You feel me? And nobody likes to get cooked, y'all. Nobody likes to get cooked. Man, the internet today is awful. What's going on? What is going on? It's going down. What you guys doing? Talk to me, people. Talk to me, talk to me. It looks like a silent hangout, like a quiet hangout. I mean, I get it, you know. The streamer is meant to entertain, right? To be fair, this thing is work. I have a deep respect for streamers. I'm not talking about like streamers like, you know, streamers that do like an hour, you know, like an hour and a half. I do 2 hours and a half. Most of the videos are around 2 hours. But honestly, I have a deep respect now for these streamers, like those who stream for a living or stream for like that's what they do. I have a deep respect for them because think about it, right? They've got to be so creative. They've got to be so mad. They've got to be so theatric. They have to entertain you so you can watch the viewer. Like the viewer can be entertained. Now, I am trying to entertain in some way, shape, or form, but I mean, trading is not about entertainment, is it? So it's almost like a mixed bag in a sense, like a double trouble. I really want to see what this candle prints, this one right now. Like I'm curious because I'm wondering what do they want to do with the mean threshold? Because right now we're in it, we're inside. What do they want to do with this mean threshold? So I'm really curious to see how this candle closes in relationship with the next two. I'm practicing leaving trades on Thursday till 3:30. Oh, okay. Very good. Yeah. I mean, it's not always going to play out like that, but I think you could use AI to give you the statistics on that kind of. You could use AI to test it, specifically for Thursdays, like only Thursdays. Like when does, you know, you could use AI to test it. Actually, I might DM you actually, Mr. No Mos. Yeah, I might DM you how to do it. But yeah, you might want to use AI to run that. So you see why I didn't trust this thing. I don't trust these. Like these are nonsense ones, man. Because the way it came down, and then these, like this one here, that was the use. It's going down. It's going timber. Oh man. So there we go. A nice market maker buy model for You see why we had this trend line track like that? The key to a trend line tracking is not the trending line. It's the price points that are being used to trend like this. This is how you do it. Maybe maybe the 504 guy is actually right. Maybe I'm giving too much sauce. I should scale it down, innit? I should scale it down. Yeah, so there you go. That's how you do that. He's going down. So 225 definitely got tagged. We came all the way down to 214. We've got 200. I would not like it to do 200. Would you guys really want it to go to 200? I mean, 200 is not boding well for bullishness. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but man, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. That was a pretty nice run though. I'm gonna take this off actually. He's going down. Why am I singing that song? Why is the song in my head? I think that's Cortex. I think he planted that song in my head. Oh man. Where is he actually? He's not here. Yeah, so basically you took this low like that. And now we've gone back into the SIBI. Anybody else learn anything apart from Usman? Thank you for sharing the information. Anybody learn any like, is this helping anyone else? Honestly, do you find this pretty helpful? Are you finding it helpful at all? And if so, in what way? Well, not you know most. I mean, I mean, like I know where you're at. Like you're past that stage, man. You're the OG in the house. Wow, what's going on with Germans in my life lately? I'm attracting a lot of Germans lately. Ooh, look at that, y'all. Now that, I ain't gonna lie, that makes me feel good. Like this one, not this one. This one makes me feel good. The fact that you could hit that like that makes me feel like, yo, Cap, man, you saw it, dog. You saw it with this specific order block at 205. Man, yo, Cappuccino Jones. Man, how do you do it, bro? How are you doing it? How are you doing it, man? Like, you must be a genius or something, right? Oh, no, bro. I ain't no genius. Oh, glory to God. Nah, bro, you know what you're talking about, man. Like, how did you? Come on, bro. Like 50%. Come on, Cappuccino. How did you know it would take that specific trend line, like the two prices? How did you know? Come on, man. You must be using some secret stuff. Come on, dog. Come on, Mr. Cappuccino. Mr. Cappuccino. Hey, Mr. Cappuccino Jones. Can you guys tell that I'm I need freshness. Is it obvious this guy needs a freshness, you know? It's like he doesn't want to entertain anymore or something. So he's just chilling. It's going down. It's going to burn. All right, 3:30. Well, what did we learn today? Let me do a quick recap for you. A bit of hindsight stuff, right? We got this high, and we got this low. There. That was AM. This was lunch, and then we started. So lunch was over. Immediately, it went for this high. There, came back down to bullish order block. Yeah. So now, and then after that, it hit this low, and it went for all these smooth, balanced range highs. Like this move down is efficient. Sorry, no, yeah. But yeah, all this efficient printing down, it went for everything. Took this high, took that high, came back within. Pretty sound, right? Pretty healthy stuff. Pretty healthy stuff. So now I'm just wondering, I'm in Wonderland, like Alice. You get me? So you just want to pay attention to this one here. You want to, first of all, this candle, the 205 one, is a big feature right now. It's a massive feature. So you want to pay attention to that 205 open to body. And then there is this, like this low at 227, 227, 228. You also have 224. I'm just like, does he even want to go there though? I genuinely don't know. I'm being honest. It's like, wait, what? You don't? Nah, I'm only joking with you guys. I don't know. It's like, because of this PD right here. Now, if this one gives way, it gives me faith. Well, now that we look at it, look at what they did. Look at what they did. So somebody definitely wants these lows. If I didn't know before, yeah, somebody definitely wants these lows. For sure. For sure. So it's looking like 200 people. Looking like 200. It's looking like they like 200, man. We need to be careful about that. It's going down. It's going timber. Looking like 200. Looking like 200. You on it. Who's in the house? Who's left in here? Oh, is everybody bored? Am I boring you? So this Phil guy, there's only one of them or multiple guys. Phil is not real. Phil is a fictitious imagination. Phil is not real. Phil is not a real person. I think he said it. Oh. Well, I mean, if we were to play the imaginary game, we could say there's many fields. Because the other field is Carl. Yeah, like yeah, we could say there's a human being behind certain setting of prices, and they just impute the numbers. They just input the numbers into the machine, and the rest is just, it's like it gives it the boundaries. Like yeah, like I mean, we see things like that, but yeah, like I don't I don't believe in the narrative that the stops, like whenever he uploads his stuff, that's where they push it because of a public declaration of yeah. Sometimes you just gotta enjoy the entertainment and not fall for the shenanigan, right? I don't know. I don't like stuff like that. Like some of it is like funny, but I don't know. Like other times it kind of just gives off a, you know, it's not cool. It's not cool, yo. He's going down. He's going timber. Senor Cappuccino Jones. Hey, how you doing, man? Where you been? Where you been, Mara? What's going on? How's the how's the skies looking? I hope they're clear and safe. I hope they're clear and safe for you. Oh, almost done fly. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Well, at least you achieved something. That's the key. I am okay. I am pretty bored. I'm pretty bored, to be honest. But I'm all right. I'm all right. I want Price to do certain things. Um, I wanted it to come lower first and then go higher, but like I kind of had a feeling that was going to be wrong, basically. Even though I was looking for the high rate, like the way that I wanted it to do was go high first, like take this high, the 141. Was it 140? No, sorry, it was this one, 148. Take 148 high, and then take these lows, and then go high, and close the day upwards. But what it gave was this low, relative equal lows like that, well, like a higher low, and then it just went straight up. So in a way, it's like I only missed the narrative, but once I got the fair value gap exactly where I anticipated it, it's like I saw the continuation, and then I started reading the second stage play there after this consolidation, and then it just went higher and took these highs, like this high. And I was describing, shallow highs earlier, like this one. No, not this one. It was another one. But yeah, shallow highs there, and now it's gone back down. And I was talking about 200. So maybe another 10 handles might give way there. Like this, what's this low right now? That low is 207. So 7 handles and 75 cents away from 200 is not bad. It's not a bad read. Why? Because of 205 candle. So 205 PM New York candle. That candle is the catalyst. If that one gives way, I was saying earlier, if it gives way, then that's it. Like this thing is just gonna have to go for this liquidity. But so far, it looks like they're working a range, like a market maker sell model. Same thing here. It's like boom, they're working that range like that. But yeah, overall, I'm doing good. Today in Discord, we talked about what's it called? Professionalism. And that was good. It turned out to be a necessary topic actually. So I'm glad I was prompted for that. You know, I'm glad I was prompted for that. That was a really, really good prompt. I think everyone benefited from that. So that worked out. But yeah, so far so good, everybody. So far so good. Oh, I thank God. Oh. There you go. So you want this candle, as we've been talking the whole time, talking about it the whole time. You want this one to give way to 200. That's all. Otherwise, it's nothing. Like it's a give way to 200. 200 is right here. This fair value gap. That's the only thing I see. I don't see. Well, I guess maybe there's these highs there, but like that would be like a cooking rate. Like what kind of rate would that be? That would be a weird. That would be a weird turn. Oh, do. Yeah. So basically, here's what you want to understand. And let me just relay some facts of price action. Look at this range. If you look at 234, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Look at that range. Look at this range, y'all. 3, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. You're doing the same thing there. Doing the same thing there. Doesn't bode well for 200. So when you see things like this, I see things like this. Whatever direction, the second one is the one you want to pay attention to. It's called asset rotation. Well, there you go. How's that for 200, gentlemen? Ooh. How is that? I should get a zone for 200, shouldn't I? How's that? What's that low? 30,197. Okay. How is that? No financial advice though. Okay. We don't want trouble. No financial advice. Yeah, this is looking sus. All this discount area is looking absolutely suspect. Absolutely suspect. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna leave it actually. No, I'm gonna leave it because it was significant in its use. Once I saw that equal low, I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, this thing wants to go down. It's going down. It's going to burn. I like that. You see the touch? You see what I'm talking about? Woo! That is beautiful. That is just, man. I'm telling you, sometimes you see price action the way it prints and you're just like, Lord, this is good, man. This important times. And the PD arrays forming at those times are golden. Oh yeah, yeah. I be tracking. I be tracking, yo. I be tracking and gatekeeping. That's a fact. I be tracking. I'm telling you. I track hard, yo. Oh, do, 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 do. I be tracking hard, man. 32304 today. You talking about time, I imagine. I imagine you talking about time. I imagine you talking about time. Or are you talking about? I imagine you were talking about time. 'Cause I don't understand what 32304 means today. You guys think I'm loco. Oh, okay. Okay. I know what you're talking about now. I know what you're talking about now. Okay, so I'm gonna have to copy and then put it into ChatGPT because I don't speak German, bro. I don't speak German, man. Wait, translate, fam. Not translate to English, fam. See the beauty of ChatGPT? You can literally just, oh my days, yo. Okay. Translate to English. Oh, do, 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 do. Oh, okay. Where can I get it? Well, looks to me like the person found their way. Looks to me like they found their way. They found their way. Everybody wants to know. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Yo. So that's definitely that discount that I'm talking about. That's that discount. Okay, guys? As you can see, this is that discount here that we're talking about. This area. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give you the array, the PD array that it's using, obviously. And as you can see, man, I mean, if you don't see that, like that's just, oh, that's the horse marker. I forgot. Yeah, so we need that. Pew! Like, it's got to go. Yo, Mr. Nomos, are you taking that liquidity or what? Are you grabbing that liquidity? Yeah, chef's kiss. Mwah. Right on. Right on, man. Like, look at that. Look at what they're doing right now. So they've got 224 with 351. They literally got that, like that. Boom, shaka, laka, bang. So it's weird, right? It's so weird. It's going down. It's going timber. Tell me this. If you were a market maker, why would you leave lows like that? I mean, I know you're respecting the order block, but why would you leave lows like that? And then with this one as well. What are you leaving it over for? Like, who are you leaving it for? What time does your shift end at? You know, why are you trying to do Martins? It's on Martin still. You get me, yeah. It's going down. It's going timber. Anybody managed to solve the conundrum about why we sing random songs? Anybody figure out why? Because I clearly don't know why. Ah, at 35, really? Okay. Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah, they really like that. They truly, truly like that order block there because they're working it. So that order block gives way. Then you can see the low and that low. That's just a simple read. But it is a strong one though, to be fair, because it's a blocked up order block. Honestly, today I think I'm just low energy today. I think I need I don't know how these streamers do it, man. Like they still hyped 24/7. It's like, gee, like how you doing that, bro? How are you doing that? You get me? Like how you staying all fired up the whole time? Yeah, maybe that's what I need. Yeah, maybe that's what I need. You think it's burnout? You think it's like my brain just, there you go. There you go. How about that? How about that? Would you look at 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 that? 1, 2, boom, shakalaka. Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. I even see that in the chat. Boom, shakalaka. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, I mean, we could go to the live stream on that, couldn't we? I think we should. I think we should. Well, thank you guys for coming back. Thank you for coming back and coming by. Thank you for your support as always. As you know, we like to, you know, I mean, like once we got this shallow raid there, it's like the market maker sell model was pretty. It was one of those. Oh, okay, new high of day, and then boom, like that. So I think this was a pretty successful stream, albeit a low energy one, but still pretty successful. So on that note, I'm gonna close the stream. Thank you guys. Thank you for your support. I'm gonna go straight to bed. I'm so tired. Bye bye. God bless.